Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you just saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. As always, guys, Misael is here, co-host of the podcast. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
Yo, what I do?
In the producer chair, wearing a Spurs hat, is our boy Joe Memes. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
How's everybody doing, man?
Yay.
Hey,
did you
Joe.
just hire just sports fans to be
Dude. I mean, those are the
best.
best part. Those are the best people to be on a podcast.
Yes, sir, I
sports
agree.
fans.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean? All right, guys. For episode number 98, we got a very special guest. His name is Andres Acosta, aka Photos by Ace. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
Yo, thank you guys for having me. Sports, you don't like sports?
I like sports.
Everyone likes sports, dude.
Now before we get started, I got a gift for you guys.
Okay.
All right, so I saw all the posters and I saw everything on
Nice.
there. So there's 2 gifts. All right, so one, I don't know where you guys will put it,
Okay.
but here is a print that you can hang up there from that I took. Forgot what year it was.
Dude,
when
Stanford in the Sun Bowl? That was a while ago.
Hey.
That is
Like 3
fire.
years ago,
though.
no?
I'm gonna put that up in my room.
So you got that. There you go. So you can show it there. And then courtesy of my co-host Eddie from the Sun Bowl, y'all can get your education
History of the bowl.
of all the bowls.
Damn, that's what's up.
All right.
Whoa,
So you guys got this book right here, so you guys can read. Sorry, there's no digital version. You have to do it the old school
Right.
way. But
the best way.
this is for you guys right here. All right?
Misa's like, does that come in an audio book?
Chris is gonna have to read it to me before I go to bed.
This one's really good. I mean, all the bowls are on there, especially the Sun Bowl. I mean, they did a hell of a job on it.
So they literally profiled every single bowl game, not the Sun Bowl?
No, this is all the bowls.
All of them.
All of them.
Damn.
I remember the Sun Bowl is the third,
Right,
no,
longest.
second oldest bowl
Right.
next to the Rose Bowl. So,
Shit. Bro,
Well,
that's crazy.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it, dude.
Dude, give him a round of applause. This is like the first time anybody's brought us like
No,
legit
you're
gifts.
forgetting what's his name?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I forgot him and Lavelle Jones.
Yeah,
They did
Lavelle.
bring us some gifts.
Look at this guy.
But yeah, dude, these are sick. We're definitely going to put up that print. And Misa cannot read, so he won't be reading that,
there's
but
pictures.
I'll read it to
There's,
him.
there's
Oh,
pictures.
hell
There's pictures in there.
Ace has you covered, bro. He knows, dude. So, Ace, me and you, we go back a little time. I met you while working at Downtown Spaces, so that was really cool. Getting a chance to meet you, get to know you a little bit,
And asking a million questions. And
asking a million questions. Yeah, that's what I do.
Was he
Fucking-
annoying?
Nah, he was good.
No, he was.
Nah,
dude.
he's-
No, he was.
You don't have to lie to us.
You don't have to lie.
No,
It's
he's
okay.
he's good peeps. It was just weird getting like all the questions because I'm going through a million things, and then he's like, "Hey, what are you doing that?" I'm like, "Huh." All right.
I'd hate to work.
dude.
No, and I'm not used to like we were recording. I think we had the comedian.
Beto. No,
Willie.
yes,
Willie-
Willie Esparza.
No, Barcena.
Or Barcena,
So
yes.
we're recording him up in at the spaces, and see feel somebody behind me, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And there he is with the phone. I'm like, "All right," you know.
Bro, it's because one thing about Ace is he's probably one of the most knowledgeable guys I've ever met when it comes to putting together like equipment for podcasting, producing podcasting, making sure all the cameras look right. Like this guy's a fucking beast with the camera.
Nah, right. I just hit a button.
No, dude, you're a beast. Whether it's with the drone, whether it's with the video camera, whether it's a regular camera, like you're a beast when it comes to all things cameras. And so when I met you, I was kind of like really intrigued because like I don't know shit. Like I try to know as much as I can, but like compared to like the knowledge you have, like my knowledge fucking is not very good compared to yours. But it was really cool getting to meet you. And so like for the people that do not know who you are, the people listening to the podcast, go ahead and introduce yourself to them a little bit.
My name's Ace. I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't even drink. All you drink is soda, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is life. That's my doctor right there.
Right.
You know?
He's in a relationship with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and that and tacos. You know, my love for them will never die. But, well, I guess, you know, local photographer here, part of my crew, you know, those photogs, you know, you'll see us all around, bunch of media photographers trying to capture all the events that go on in the city. I mean, that's what we do. We shoot people.
Yeah, dude.
Literally without hurting them.
Say sometimes we frame them, sometimes we'll cut their heads off, you know, but you know, no,
Right.
we're just there trying to capture the moment.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up, dude. So yeah, I just want to personally thank you for coming on the podcast today. It means a lot for me to have you in here.
I'm just glad you're not going to make me do that chip challenge because I ain't doing that. I like my stomach. All right,
Bro,
I ain't going.
This chip challenge was fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious.
If you guys haven't seen it,
I guess you're the one that ate it.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Look, he's crying still.
I'm sorry.
I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah,
to
I'm sorry for the
PTSD.
flashbacks on there. I apologize.
So before we start this podcast, guys, we got a tradition here. It's called the cracking of the celebratory beer.
It's a daily thing.
It's a daily thing, actually. And we can't start off a podcast until we crack our celebratory beer. So let's do that.
Water, I'm just saying.
And guys, it sounds a little like this. So cheers to everyone. Like I said, guys, Joe, Blue, Mr.
Cheers.
Ace, Misa. Misa, let's check in with you real fast. How are you doing since the hot chip challenge? Are you okay, my friend?
I'm not 100% actually today. When did we do this? 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
Saturday.
Holy shit! What day today?
Today's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yes.
In like 3 days.
Yeah, dude. Sunday. Well, Saturday, man. It was like when I ate it, like the spiciness, the level of spiciness was the same the way it felt all the way through. Like I don't know, like 5 hours after. It was just still so spicy. I couldn't taste shit for a while, and then like maybe like an hour after I ate it, after we left, it was just like the stomach pain started kicking in. Like if somebody was just grabbing my intestines, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck's in here? And
Why? It's like, why?
yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Candle Blue's mom. She sent me a message checking up on me. Yeah, she did. And she said that, and I love it, man. Nobody's ever told me this, but she's all like, that was crazy. You're funny. You're brave and stupid. And I was like, hey, it's the reason why I did it, man. Because I'm brave and stupid. But yeah, dude, I was really scared for the shits, bro. For this shit to come out. The first shit that came out was okay.
I was scared too.
But I was at work, bro, and I was literally about to just tell my boss, like, yo, I gotta go, while I was still like sitting in the toilet.
As you tell him, I'm literally boss. I'm shitting fire.
Like my asshole is burning right now.
What was that? Did you guys hear that? Bro, that was crazy.
It's the force.
Yeah, that was like a fucking alien or something right there. I think they just cracked our Zoom meeting. But yeah, that was crazy, dude. So, well, we're glad you're okay, Misa.
Thanks, man.
And you know
Would you do it again?
He would. He's that stupid and brave that he'll do it again.
Different flavor, maybe?
Yeah, I mean,
flavor.
honestly, that's my wife asked me the same thing. She's like, will you do it again? And I was like, yeah. You know,
She's like, we need health insurance.
Like
We need life-
Blue's mom said, I'll do it because I'm brave
And stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, dude. That's
but not
crazy.
anytime soon. Fuck that.
Okay, well, good. We're not going to force you to do that.
I'll do it
Even though
again.
we didn't force you to do that, you voluntarily did that all by yourself.
Dude, it was your plan to do.
He was voluntold.
Yes. There you go. Voluntold. All right, Ace. So let's talk to you a little bit about your story. Obviously, like you said, you're like at every single event that is happening in El Paso, whether it's a local game, a Chihuahua game, a UTEP game, a UTEP volleyball game. I've seen you like everywhere. So no, I was just getting like into your story. Like, you're born and raised here in El Paso?
I was born here, but 6 months later, my father was military, so we moved to Ohio, Lowell, Ohio, where they didn't have Dr. Pepper. Like literally, my dad was a big Dr. Pepper fan. So
They didn't have Dr. Pepper
no,
there?
they had Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb's fire.
Oh, Mr. Pibb.
Believe it
True.
or not, a lot of places don't. When I was in Green Bay, not that many. I mean, the airport might have had a couple, but maybe a couple restaurants had it. If they did, it was only in the can. Everything else was either Pepsi or the regular Coke products, you know.
Okay.
So I was like, what do you mean no Dr. Pepper? No, we got a Mr. Pibb or Pepsi. I was like, well, that's not the same, but I digress. So 6 months later, we moved to Ohio, lived there for about, I want to say 6 years. Periodically, we'll come back, do the actual drive from Ohio to Texas.
That's a far ass drive.
Mm-hmm. In an old Chevy custom deluxe truck with the camper.
Nice.
We'll do that. We'll do that drive, and then it's about 6 years, and then my father got transferred to Santa Fe, so lived in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho for a couple years, and then he went off to war, and then came back, and then had the choice to either go to New Hampshire or sunny California. And my mom's like, well, I'm tired of that snow. Well, let's go to Cali. So went to Cali for a couple of years, and then he got sick, so forced into retirement. So we came back to Texas, and then been in Texas ever since.
Okay, cool.
So I'm a military brat. We traveled around and got to be the new kid at school. Multiple times.
Every single year you were at a new school and shit.
Yeah, when you get there mid semester or whatever. All right, folks, this is a new student in ours. This is Andy, and you got to be the new kid.
Right. Did you find it hard to like make friends and shit?
No. I mean, I was still pretty kind of shy, but you got to do what you got to do, and just being that new kid and observing everything. That's one thing that I kind of noticed, that I always sit back and observe everything that's going on.
What part of Ohio did you say you were in?
Lowell. It was in Marietta.
Dude, I've never even heard of these parts of Ohio.
I've never even heard of Ohio.
Google it, Joe. What was it? Lowell?
Lowell. Lowell.
Okay.
All I know, it's so crazy living in that area, because here in Texas we can drive for 7 hours and we still haven't made a dent. Right there, you can hit like 4 states. So for vacations, my dad took us to. We went to DC, we went to Pittsburgh, we went to West Virginia. We went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame when I was little. Because looking back at it now, like, that was maybe a 3-hour drive, if that.
That's the reason why people don't leave El Paso too. It's just like you fucking go one way and you fucking just keep driving. You're like, fuck this, I'm tired of driving. I mean, I'm going back.
Believe it or not, we're closer to Phoenix than Dallas is. And when we tell other folks like that, they're like, what do you mean? Texas, you get close to Dallas, huh? I was like, nah, man. I can
not
go,
at all.
I can go to Phoenix. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, we West Texas. Like, we really West Texas.
Yep.
West side.
over here throwing gang signs.
With all the politics that are going on, now we're in Texas because they're trying to charge us for that gas stuff or that freeze, but that's another story. But now we're Texas. But coming back when I was 11, that's when we came back to Texas.
Okay, cool. It's interesting how you said that you were able to go through several different states in a short hour drive. Something that you can't do here because of the distance between us.
You could go to another country.
You could even go to another country.
That's my biggest line, especially when I had my day job and they used to send us out for training and whatnot. But like, if I get tired, I can leave the country in 5 minutes.
Right.
What? It'll take about an hour and a half to come back, but we leave in the country. And they're like, really? It's like, no, literally, I can throw a rock
to Mexico.
Well, back in my old house in Socorro, you just walk down the street and you're right there.
Right.
So it's a very unique area that I say blessed to live in, because we get to see all types of stuff.
Scary stuff, dude.
So living up there, is that how you became like a Steelers fan and shit?
My dad was a Steelers fan. See, now my dad comes from a big family.
He's a Steelers fan,
Steelers.
Bro.
We them boys.
You guys are cow. What's your team?
I'm a Charger fan, bro.
Trash.
Yeah, I know, man. Crazy.
Which one? Are the LA or are you staying in San Diego?
All of them combined.
That's good.
Yeah.
But Steelers, my dad comes from a big family. He comes from 12. So everybody else, they're all Cowboys. So my dad was a big Steeler fan. And so that was just, I have pictures to prove it. Since birth, I was in my wool Steeler, onesie. And
there's baby pictures of you in that
really,
shit.
my sister was holding me, and in that whole thing on that. So we're always the outcast, and but we're winners. So.
Right, that's true. They got the most fucking. Do you guys have the most Super Bowls?
Yeah, tied with
the Patriots, right?
Patriots are tied with the Steelers.
You're tied with Tom Brady. That's
no. Tom has more. Tom has more.
Tom has more now. Actually,
I think he has 7. I think he's got.
Dude, fucking Tom Brady. He's not a human being, huh?
No, he's not. He's like 44, like 45.
TB12. That's a whole nother
Dude, I think I saw he was, how old is he? 45 right now?
45.
Okay, for the first time this season in his career, this season he had a game, I believe, with
5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns and 400 yards. And it was the first time he had ever fucking done that. And he's 45 years old.
44.
Oh, regardless, he's fucking old, dude.
beast,
What
yeah.
the fuck is that, dude? How?
He's outplayed players that have gotten drafted and retired and have entered the Hall of Fame.
Right, that's
And he's
fucking
still
crazy.
playing. He's still going in.
And it doesn't look like he's gonna retire next year.
I don't know if you've seen that meme where it says, "Oh, don't worry, the NFL's in good hands," and it had Mahomes, it had Herbert, I think it had Fields, and then it has Brady and the
He's still in there.
Yeah,
dude.
the youth.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy, man. Fucking.
I saw a photo of like I guess he has his son. He's starting to play football now and shit, and then people are just like, hell no, there's no way we want to go through another Brady.
Yeah, dude. Hell no. It
Can
almost,
he go play soccer or something?
Right.
You know?
Go fucking go play golf, dude. Go fucking join the U.S. Open or some shit, dude. You were growing up like in Ohio and stuff. It's a way different culturally than being back here in El Paso, right?
Ohio was very unique. From what I remember, because I was still very, very, very young, we used to live in an apartment that was above a hairstylist, so like a barber and stuff. And then it was very, family oriented, but the snow was real snow.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I mean, I remember it was up to my chest when I was a little chubby kid out there, trying to, run through that snow. That's some real stuff. Like we had a car out there that we bought, a Ford Fairmont. I think it was like a tank.
And you guys would have to shovel the snow yourself.
Every time. I remember that. I mean,
Oh my
I remember
God.
the snow, like I said, it's up to my waist, and there were me with a big ass shovel trying to shovel that stuff out.
Yeah,
but,
dude. Fuck that, dude.
But that just from what I
It
remember,
sounds nice.
I mean, it's nice. I mean,
No, dude. It does not
It does sound nice,
at
like all
all.
this like snow, but
I mean, exactly. So,
But aren't you like shoveling like snow while you're like in a jacket? So then you're like hot and then it's cold and it's like, right?
no,
So
well, those
what's-
jackets were like real jackets. Not like if you buy a jacket here and then you go to Ohio, yeah, you're gonna be
Right.
get disrespected.
You're gonna need another jacket. Yeah.
They jump you.
Disrespected.
Your jacket's gonna be like, yo, dude, I ain't paid for this.
Right. So you were saying like the cultural differences, the snow, obviously. Being a big part of the daily life in the wintertime.
But you gotta remember, I'm setting myself up here, but this was back in the mid '80s, though. A lot of stuff's changed. Who knows how it is now?
Right. Well, I'm sure
it still snows a lot,
Right,
but
it's
I don't know if
still-
that area is still the same like that. But
Yeah, it definitely still snows a lot over there. When did you decide that like you wanted to like for sure stay in El Paso though?
my father got sick coming back from the war, so they gave him the option to, all right, where do you guys want to go? Go back to Ohio. You want to go anywhere in the nation? They were going to move us. So my dad's like, well, let's go back to El Paso and we'll go from there. So he had passed away maybe 2 years after that. I was 11. So after that, we moved from the east side to Socorro, and then that's where I grew up after that fact. And it's been home ever since.
Right. So that's where you went to high school and stuff?
Yeah, middle school and high school. We moved to Socorro my 7th grade year. I started there.
Okay.
And then been a bulldog.
He's
ever
a
since.
bulldog. Yes, sir.
So Soco Loco. I'm telling you.
Soco Loco.
Soco
Soco
for
Loco?
life,
Is that
Holmes.
what they call it?
it's-
Yeah.
Damn.
They're even selling shirts now that say that at the
Soco
school.
Loco? Oh,
Soco
shit.
Loco.
Right, that's
And
crazy.
then one of the girls, this was last week at the game, she's like, is that something new that came out? We're like, yeah, back in 1971 when these folks were doing that. Yeah, this is Soco Loco for life. I'm telling you.
damn.
Right? Hey.
You should get a tattoo of it,
The,
dude.
the real ones, no. No, I got other stuff, but no, it's
And that's where you said you're still living like presently? Still?
no. We out in the east side like everybody else,
Right.
but not so. It's still home.
Okay. So you're still Soco Loco for life. That's cool. That's a cool little fucking saying right there. That's what's up, dude.
What would you
life,
say for yours, for the T-Birds?
T-Bird, Schmeebird. I don't know. We don't really have like...
They're the pride of the West
Right,
Side.
we're the pride of the West Side, a fucking Thunderbird, whatever that fucking means.
shit.
What is that?
They're a car.
Like, yeah, what exactly? That's what we are as a fucking car, I guess.
Hey, but Coronado's all right.
Yeah,
We're called Cougars.
Cougars.
Cougars. We know some Cougars out there.
There's a lot of pictures of
Yeah.
Is that where you went to, Franklin?
Franklin, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, all these guys went to Franklin.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that went to Coronado. But I still think it's the West Side's the best side, dude. You know what I mean? Okay, so we were talking about how you got into photography. I said by the age of like 13. I don't know. What do you think?
I was
Misa?
thinking maybe high school or something.
Actually, it was after, because we did a lot of cool, crazy shit through middle school and high school and all that. And when we go back and graduate, I look and I was like, I don't have any photos of any of this stuff. Just whatever's in here. which is fine, but still you're like, So went to college for a little bit, then started working in the bar industry. And there at Club 101, we had a bunch of concerts, I mean, we had cool bands coming in and got the cheap camera and all right. And the DJ booth, because, you know, you technically can't be taking photos and stuff. And just started there in our ladies' night. Okay, we're out there taking photos, and they had the crazy erotic exotic ball. And you're like, okay, cool. Let's start, you know, just capturing all this stuff here. And then when I left the bar business, I got a real day job. Finally invested into some, you know, entry-level camera gear.
Right.
And my brother was coaching Little League at the time. And he's like, well, why don't you come shoot our games? All right, well, let me, you know, try this out. And started doing that. And the number one running back at the time, my nephew, my brother coached him, and my nephew played with him. And I was like, I always had that Nike vision, you know, when they had those photo shoots and stuff, and pitched it out there to him. I was like, hey, let's try to do something. All right, cool. Never can get, you know, anything, you know, set. His schedule is crazy. His aunt was on the Booster Club for Americas, and they're like, well, why don't you take pictures for the team? I was like, well, give me a pass and I'll go. They're like, really? I was like, yeah. You know, first game's in Midland, right? They're playing against Midland High. Never met coach before, right? Like I said, this is just all last minute. I was like, if you give me the pass, I'll drive out there. And sure enough, she's like, all right, coach will have it. I was like, you sure? It's a 5-hour drive, you know, just make sure. And they're like, yeah, get out there. Took some photos, covered the game. Isaac was there, you know, got some cool pregame shots. When I got home that evening, posted one on Instagram, tagged him, obviously. And he shared it, and then it just blew up.
It blew up.
Nice. After that, I was covering every game for them, and all the kids, hey, you got photos of me? Hey, you got photos of me? And then we just went on from there.
Right. Did they pay you for that, or it was just like an experience thing?
That was more like a trade-off.
Right.
I paid for my way there, but they took care of me in like other ways. I had gear and food and stuff like that. But what I did get paid was, okay, we need senior night photos, and want to make posters, and can you do this? And all right, can you do the team shots? And okay, let's learn this, you know.
Right.
Learning as we go. There was no manual. There was no, all right, let me go to school for this. Well, how do I shoot in low light? And
no blueprint. You were like literally figuring
that out. And Google and YouTube. I mean, right. And then just trying to.
Thank God for Google.
I mean, straight up, like 100%. You know,
he's another graduate of YouTube University.
Like I said, I got a PhD. I got my public high school diploma. That's enough for me. But you know, but it's just straight up just trying to. It's trial and error. There's nothing like it. Like what we're doing here, trial and error, trying to figure out how to, you know, create a solution and solve the problem and whatnot, or try to get whatever visions in your head out. I mean, you can watch as many videos as you want, but there's nothing like the hands-on out there doing it. And it sucks because it takes up time, and sometimes it's a lot of boring time, you know, time that you're sacrificing stuff. Like right now, it's opening night for the, you know, the NBA,
right?
You know, but you just got to make that decision on what you want to do. You know, do you want to hang out, drink a beer, watch the game, or
do a podcast
and learn some stuff and go from there. I mean, there's no shortcut to it in anything, in all aspects of life. And, you know, it sucks. I wish there was,
right?
But, you know, it's the price we got to pay.
Bro, there's some fucking words of wisdom right there.
Yeah,
give him a round of applause out there. That was beautiful.
I didn't want to interrupt, but Joe, I hope you wrote all this shit down, because
don't worry, he doesn't have to write it down. It's being recorded.
Hey, that's true.
I still like when he writes it down so I could learn how to read, just so I could be ready for this.
Hey, don't worry. Hooked on Phonics worked for me. All right. So.
Yeah, dude. And it's crazy because like to see like how far your drive has taken you from getting that chance to just take photos for the team to now like being, like I said, like at every fucking event that's going on in El Paso, like you're there and you're one of the main guys shooting the events, and that's like pretty cool. So I'm sure for you, like you're excited to see your progress, right?
I mean, I am. I think I'm more excited on the challenge. Like I said, there's a lot of long hours that go into this, a lot of planning and going to like we get to cover these shows and stuff, but we had to cover a lot of shitty shows to do that.
Right.
You know,
you have to put it in the work, dude.
I mean, it is. I mean, we've gone to events where there's 2 people. right? You know, it's a new sports organization, whatever. But you know what? We still want to give it the same professionalism and go out there, even if there's 2 people. Still, we go out there, we still interview them. You know, put in that works because your name's on the line, and you don't want to put a bad whatever I put my name on. I want to make sure I'm comfortable with putting that shit out. If not, I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
And I'm that kind of person. Like, nah, I'm not. I'm not there for the clicks. You know, I'm there for like the challenge and seeing what I can create. And I said it's fun, but it's long. There's some long hours. I mean, concerts. You know, we'll get there early. Like people, oh, you guys get to photograph the concerts and you get to stay there. We're like, yeah, kinda. We get to photograph 3 songs of every artist. If the tour manager approves 3, sometimes it's 2. All right, but we get there early because say Bad Bunny, for example, it's coming up. You know it's gonna be a sold out show at the Haskins, sold out. So what happens with parking at UTEP? You know it's horrible. It's
terrible,
right? So we get there early because we got to lug this gear, right? So concerts at 7, we're there at 4:30, chilling. Just myself and the other photographers, just chilling, waiting. Doors open at 6. They start going in. We'll go get some shots of the crowd or whatever, and then just sitting down talking. All right, 2 hours go. Cool. First act's gonna come. They come, give us our press pass. All right, we're in the lobby. First act's about to go on. They escort us down to the. Sometimes it's in the front of the stage. Sometimes it's in the back by the board. Right. So you got to be prepared because you don't know what area you're gonna be. So do you take the small lens? Do you take the long lens or the long lens? Right. And then all right,
you're writing all this shit down, right?
and then you got the 3 songs. Cool. You don't know how the lighting's gonna be. You don't know what pyro or whatnot
or whatever they're gonna have.
So when it's go, boom, right? You got your 3 seconds. And remember, these guys ain't singing full songs. All right. So as soon as it goes, boom, boom, boom. All right. They whisk you up. You're up to the lobby. Cool. Chilling. You hear people are going in. You hear the music, whatever. All right, next band comes up. Cool. Then they'll escort you back down.
Why didn't they just leave you out there?
No. We're there on a working credential. We're not there as fans.
Right.
Right.
So at certain times they can only be allowed in.
For first 3 songs.
That's it.
They're escorting you in. They're escorting you out. You wait in the lobby.
That's it.
Escorting
dude.
you in.
No free show for you, bro.
All right. Now there's the one writing the story will get a ticket.
Right.
Right. If the tour manager allows it. Now they can go in. They stay for the whole show. They get a seat, which is normally pretty good. But they can't take any gear in. All right. Since we're there on a working credential, you can get your photos in 3 songs. I mean, you can. I mean,
right.
that's
all you need, right?
That's all you need. Yeah, you would like to stay more, but you know,
more options.
But yeah, so when the main headliner gets on, get in there, 3 songs, yeah, and then later. So I mean, it's good because all right, we don't have to deal with traffic at the end. You know, sometimes we'll go to Village Inn, edit, transmit real quick. You know, because in this business now, you got to get that shit out.
Yeah,
quick.
You have to post it like as soon as possible. Dude.
So I mean, print's kind of dying out, but still, we didn't have like a crazy deadline when I was at the Post, but the Times and everything, they're trying to crank that shit out as quick as they can and see what it is. Because I mean, you don't know what to expect on what that is. I mean, we had some when it was a Slayer was there. It's like, oh, are you guys gonna shoot from the front? We're like, cool, and then poof, pyro, crazy. That shit is hot, right? That shit is hot, and you're like, cool. So your camera settings, because you don't know what it is, you gotta adjust on the fly. Because it's not just hitting on auto and okay, let's go, let's see. Nah, that might get you some shots, but with this, because you're bright and it's got flames over here, dark over there, or okay, trying to capture that stuff. That's when all that practice of shooting other portraits or shooting in different atmospheres or putting yourself in a position where you're not fully comfortable, but you're still going to do it because you need to find out and you learn how to adjust. Right. You learn how to watch the event or game through your lens instead of. Okay, because you need this thing is quick.
What's the most memorable memory you have so far?
Of what area? Because he mentioned the sports stuff, but I've been lucky and extremely blessed to cover so many different types of stuff that's going on, whether it be when the Pope came to Juarez, when the president came down. Unfortunately, with the stuff with the shootings, and then sports, and then
like you said, Bad Bunny concert,
concerts, and then
what's the funnest then? What's the fun that you went and you were like, damn, I can't believe I just did that.
You know what, the recent stuff with the Jones family, that's I love sports, I do, and being a sports photographer, you get the best seat in the house. You're still there working. You still gotta put out that product. But just to see that, and then to see your friends succeed in that, like it's just so cool. Like you see them when they've, started and then where they're at now. And you kind of have to step back. Like when I was at training camp, I'm sitting there because I was at training camp for 10 days and then seeing all different types of people with this jersey: white, black, short, tall, fat, skinny, male, female, kids, grandmas, just walking around. You see that 33, you're like, whoa, daddy. That's cool, that's Aaron right there. His jersey. I talked to Alvin. I was like, "Isn't it weird?" He's like, "Yeah, it's weird." I mean, top 3 back. You see that and you're like, "All right, cool." And just being around that and the type of people that they are, that's been so much fun. It's been so much fun.
Right. So for the people that they might not know what really what you're talking about, I guess kind of you've seen his transformation from being at UTEP. And then seeing him all the way where he's throwing up a 915, doing the Lambo leap, you know what I mean? Destroying the NFL at times, rushing for 3 touchdowns in one game.
We've seen him do that in college.
Right.
I'm telling you, he's been doing that against top talent. He did it against Arkansas. He did it against UT Austin. He did it against Tech. We've seen that. It was hard that other people, they're now finally seeing it.
Right.
But we've seen him put in the work, put in the long hours, and just keep at it, and it's paying off. It's paying dividends, and he's still busting his ass. 100%. Because this league is tough. The NFL is not for long. It's especially in the position that he's playing. So it's just so good to see him succeeding at that. That's
hey, shout out to him, dude. I know he's watching.
Guys, shout out to Aaron out there.
So you also do work you shoot whenever they have events for his foundation, right?
Yeah, I am their photographer for the ANA All the Way Foundation. Him and his brother, they've always wanted to give back. From their camps, they footed pretty much 90% of the bill when they do it. They always wanted to make sure their camps were free, right? Because a lot of people charge,
Right.
But I think I want to say the first one had 1,000 kids. Second one as well. Those first 2 were at UTEP, and then they moved it to Burgess. But they always wanted to make sure their main thing is all right, it's the first 1,000 that go, but they're not going to charge. So his camp is one of the most attended camps throughout the league on that. And obviously so, because it's free, but it's the first 1,000. And it's just so great to see. And now that they officially started the foundation, the ANA, I don't know if you guys remember seeing the movie The Six Man with Marlon Wayans and the other comedian back in the day.
I don't remember.
Basketball, and he passed away, but he was a ghost and he was still helping him play and all that. Well, they used to say their names. I forgot what their names was, but it was something all the way. So they always did. That's where they came up with that slogan on that.
Okay, and that's how they made it part of the foundation.
Yeah,
right?
so it's ANA. It's Aaron, Alvin and Aaron, All the Way Foundation.
Nice, dude. That's what's up. And I think it's really important for obviously it's good that he's giving back, but the way that you explain it, he's doing free camps, which that's not always how it is, because most of the time you have to pay in order for your kid to go and attend that camp. And I'm sure what he's doing and being able to do those free camps, he's putting himself out in the community, and kids are seeing that hey, I can actually do this if I work hard enough, if I put in the time. And yeah, I might go to UTEP for college, but I could still go from UTEP to the NFL and still succeed at the highest level possible. And that's badass right there.
And what's cool is he's bringing his friends along. So you have NFL players that are at these camps giving some instruction. Now, it's not your whole technical, you got to do this. It's the fundamentals,
right?
But it's also, getting that mindset, like you said, person from El Paso, from your backyard, you can do it too. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work. It's not, oh yeah, I'm D1 or whatever. No, you better put in that effort for D1. D1 ain't just lifting weights 3 times a week. Not as popular as it might seem or whatever. D1 is up early in the morning, eating right, getting your grades, doing your stuff, putting in that work. And that's something that's cool that people can get to see that it can be done.
Right. Yeah, dude. So what do you think about obviously we had the UTEP quarterbacks, we had Isaiah Bravo and Gavin Hardison in here 2 episodes ago.
That is cool. 'Cause
And-
what you guys don't see is, so every Monday they have a press conference, right? With Coach Dimmel. So for the last 4 weeks or so, they're finishing their workouts up there because it's in the Larry K. And so the mic's already set at the table, and Isaiah will always come sit in front of the mic. All right, anybody, any questions? Blah blah blah. Just random stuff like that. Yeah, and he'll talk about Gavin and all that stuff. Like I said, those two are cool. The team is doing hella great right now.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, you were at the recent game, and you're at like all the games, but like,
Oh, we were there when they went winless.
right. So how can you compare those atmospheres? Because obviously, right now, this is like a whole another level that UTEP's playing at.
You know
compared
how
to
many
these
kids were
past 2
born
years.
before they even have a winning thing today?
Well, I mean, but, all right,
What happened
I lost my train of thought right
you lost
there.
your,
What happened to you?
I
Right
had a stroke, dude.
right?
Jesus
All right,
Christ!
well, I'll go back.
What were you even trying to ask?
All right,
Forgot.
here. I'll go back on this. All right, because everybody's all big on the records, and
man.
everybody's all big on the records, and they want to know, we want to have a winning team. All right, I'll put this fact out there for you. During the time when they won maybe 2 to maybe 3 games, okay, and even when they had a couple when they went winless, there's still 5 players that are currently playing in the NFL from those teams.
Right.
You have Aaron, you have Roy, you have Nick, you got Eric, you have Will, and I said Nick, and Alvin's gonna be playing. I can't say where, but
Eventually, he'll be back in the NFL.
you might find out in a couple days. But
Right.
you have 5 playing currently right there, and then a couple of those teams, like I said, they won one.
Right.
So yeah, the wins and losses and everything, but those teams back then, I mean, they just had a hell of a lot of bad luck. I mean, they're still putting out there, they're still busting their butts. And remember, they're student athletes.
Right.
They're not professionals yet. People are, it's not the Cowboys, not the Steelers, not the Broncos or whatever. These are still student athletes. They're busting their butts. But people try to But
Has there anybody been like that was born in El Paso made it to the NFL?
yeah. We could call.
Put him on the spot right there, dude.
Skelton from Burgess,
Oh, that's right.
quarterback out there. Skelton.
You have no idea who he's talking about.
He graduated from Burgess, but he was playing with the Cardinals.
Okay.
I think he might have won a playoff game out there. So Josh Skelton out there from El Paso.
Was there a guy from El Dorado that made it?
There's a few, dude, from the 60s, of course. But there's
El Paso had some good folks out there. I mean, we're really good at baseball and we're really good at soccer. So,
Right.
But like I said, the records are good thing, but this team, winning cures a lot.
Yeah, dude,
of
it
things,
changes
but-
everything. That's what I was asking these guys. Like, the vibes in the locker room now are like so like much better and more positive than they were like a few seasons ago. You know what I mean?
And it's not just that; it's getting that mental toughness when you're down and the other team's going on a roll, that you just don't tuck your tail in and then fuck
give
it.
up. Yeah.
They're coming back and say, all right, we can still do it, and they pulled out some games. They've won the games that they should have won, because in the past we would have lost those.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, on the media side, we're just happy that we're going to get to go bowling. Don't know where. It's probably going to be Albuquerque, but hey, we're going bowling.
But you'll be
Hey,
there.
I gotta ask. What's your prediction for the Miners' final record?
We expect. Well, we hope that they'll take out North Texas. That UTSA game coming up in a couple weeks is going to be a real. Yeah, they're undefeated. Undefeated. But we're thinking they can knock down North Texas, possibly Rice, and UAB is a toss-up. But that UTSA game, that's gonna be a tough one.
Right.
It'll be a tough
That's
one.
going to be, and that one's going to be here, right?
That one is on here.
Yeah.
And what's
And it's going to be a day game too.
That's the perfect
Yeah.
thing, because photography-wise, we can shoot wide open. We don't have to worry about the lights. We don't have to worry about that. Just get our settings dialed in and just let it go like Rambo.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so that's going to be a good game. That's definitely
Love
like,
it.
if people are going to get out to a UTEP game this year, that's going to be the one that you're going to want to be at, because that's going to be their biggest conference game. And it's the closest thing we have to like a rival with any team in our conference is UTSA. So that'll be
they
good.
kind of stole everything from UTEP. I mean,
Right, they stole the colors, dude.
I remember when you do
That's
now.
true.
Remember when you do the pickaxe,
That's true.
right? I learned this the hard way because when
Okay.
I was photographing one of the cheerleaders for the grads, they're like, "Hey, no,
You got to do it right,
UTEP, it's inside, right? It's always inside,
like this.
right? So when you go up, it's got to be inside. You do this, that's UTSA for the road.
Oh, fuck up. No, it's this way.
So it might
Dude, so
feel,
they
it might
copied our whole shit, bro. What the fuck?
I want to,
Bro,
don't quote me on it, but I think the fight song's kind of similar, bro.
Right.
You know, the colors
UTSA
on
needs to
there,
get over themselves.
you know,
They're trash.
it's-
Yeah, the Roadrunners win a basketball championship, bro. UTSA, come talk to us.
Oh, how
After that.
mad were folks when Baylor won that?
Yeah, dude, of course. But obviously, like, you knew that was gonna, like,
I know,
a
66.
Texas-
We had a record for
right,
66.
But a
man.
Texas team was eventually gonna fucking win. I mean, like, we have a lot of good schools in Texas: A&M, Tech, UT.
It's about
fucking
time.
Baylor, like,
I would have said.
you know what I mean? I thought it would. Yeah, like, I'm surprised we lasted this long.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you have KD at fucking Texas. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Hey,
that
but
shit's
he didn't
wild.
win.
No, I know he didn't
that's what
win,
I'm
but I'm
saying.
just saying, like,
You knew it.
Final Four, I think.
yeah, but like, just to say, like, the caliber of players that have played at college hoops in Texas, like,
It don't matter. It's a team sport, bro.
yeah, that's true.
Hey.
Yeah, that's true. And then I think he had like DJ Augustine was on
Don't
his
matter.
squad or some shit. So that was pretty crazy. So
Ace don't care, bro.
so Ace is also part of, or a founder of the EP Sports Network, right? And
Yeah,
that's
dude.
with you and Monster Medina.
Mondo the Monster. Medina. Yes,
So
sir.
how did that happen? Because obviously he had some time where he was on air at the KLEQ, and then like I'm assuming you guys have been friends for a while, and then you guys got together to start this. So talk to us a little bit about that.
So we've both been in the industry for quite a bit. Him on radio, myself with the newspaper, well, online newspaper. He had left KLEQ and started a new thing for high school sports with Town Talk. I was still with the Post, and then we're doing our high school stuff. We had a program going. They were broadcasting the games and whatnot. And then obviously COVID happened. We all had to switch up our stuff. Didn't know if the season with 1 was going to happen. 2, when it did, was it going to see itself all the way through? So we finished that, and then trying to go our separate ways. Like, okay, we wanted some more creative control. My time at the Post was great. But creatively, I was like, I want to do something on my own, I'm in control of. And I really got tired of doing like the news stuff, like the news, like, okay, I got to go cover this. It was fun, but I love sports. I love doing shows, love, creating stuff. So he and I just, we talked about it briefly, throughout the stuff, but now it's like, all right, I got let go from my day job and I was just doing this full time. And I was like, all right, do I want to go back to a day job or do I want to take that next step? Cause it's risky. I mean, it is
scary, yeah.
I mean, it is because you don't have that financial security that's consistent, and like my brother told me, he's like, shit, you've been preparing for this for 10 years. It's like, there you go, man. About time they gave you the opportunity. Go out there and seize it. Right. And we talked about it, and it's like, all right, let's we have a bunch of equipment, we have our stuff. He's great on the audio and the producing side, and I had some similar equipment, and I have my photography equipment, and we're like, all right, let's create our own stuff. Yeah, let's create our own stuff. Like, what do we want to do? What do we want to cover? Obviously, high school sports is king in this city. And we got fortunate enough to get our credentials for the Locomotive, for the Chihuahuas, and for UTEP. It's like, all right, let's do this. And then with the shows and everything, it's like, let's create a whole network, not just for high school football, but now let's cover everything: sports, entertainment, and community.
Yeah, dude.
So we're not just
dude, give him the credentials so he could do our podcast too.
not as easy. Like I said, everybody, I want the credentials, cool, but you got to put in the work.
Right.
You gotta hit that shot like Kobe and MJ.
Hey,
there you go.
Kobe.
Yeah, dude. And then that's also like when I met you, like, and you told me like, oh yeah, dude, you got a sports network. Like, what's up? Like, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, dude, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, people are like, are you guys owned by a corporate? Like, no.
No, kid, that's like literally you guys go out to like all the games. Like on Fridays, you're like, I can't do a podcast. I'm fucking all high school football.
Hey, do you guys need anybody to hold your bags or anything? Let me know, man.
I get that question so much.
Do you?
Oh, because like I said, he didn't tell you the full. I don't just shoot sports. I mean, I'll shoot portraits. I'll shoot family stuff. I shoot.
He shoots
models
and shit.
do the
dude.
fashion shows and stuff like that. So obviously these, a lot of the girls I get to photograph are very, very beautiful, right? So they're like, hey, can I?
Nah, man, I'm married. I'm talking about the sports, dude. You let me know when there's a game on.
I would, but it's so hard to get the limited number of people that are allowed into these facilities now.
So that's a no?
You're not making the cut, dude.
That's a no.
Especially with that bad.
But you never know. We can get all day. Don't give up. Just because you get one
He
no.
gets all sad.
Hey, don't you? Just because you get one no doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
All right, I'll ask again tomorrow.
Right. But going back to this network, we try to cover a lot of stuff, especially with the community stuff that we do. I didn't bring him today, but my little penguin, Artie,
Right, I've seen him.
I'm using him as the new face of our community segment because I wanted to do a community segment. I shoot for the Jones Foundation, shoot for Khalid's, and I'm good friends with Iris with the Mihas Yes You Can and all that. So I was like, well, let's create a segment, a show that's highlighting the community service of this stuff. There's always a bunch of events, and I was like, well, I don't want to put my name on it. Mondo and I are trying to kind of step back a little bit, we put some new folks into that driver's seat. So I was like, you know what? The Penguin's very popular. I was like, let's call it Artie's Community Corner. Right. so that's going to be launching pretty soon. Obviously, I'm going to have the foundation. We're going to talk about Aaron and Albert's foundation first, and then go from there.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah, dude, it's really impressive. All the things you guys have put together. And
The main thing is putting in that work.
Right.
Like I said, remember.
That's what I was going to say. The sheer amount of events that you go to, dude. And I remember working at Downtown Spaces, and you're like, dude, my fucking calendar is so fucking booked. I got a shoot at 9. I got another shoot at 10. Podcast at 11. Boom, boom, boom. Because like that's another thing that we haven't even got to. You produce and you host your own podcast, and then you do the Sports and More podcast.
Yeah, I haven't done my show in
you know what I mean,
for a while, but it's called Taco Tuesdays with Ace. It's just another reason that I can eat some tacos.
But yeah, dude, it's impressive. Your skill set's impressive, and then the way that
It's just your drive, man.
right,
Your
your
drive,
drive, and the way that you've built this all literally from nothing. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I mean, it's our what 2020 and this year's taught us. We're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Right.
Right. Yeah, are we tired most of the days? Yeah. But staying at home doing nothing and compared to all right, let's do this. Let's hang out, on a Tuesday night, come talk and do this. It's fun, make memories instead of oh, well, I can get some sleep. Yeah, you can get some sleep, but if you have the opportunity to go do something, sure, why not?
Right. It feels rewarding in a sense. You know what I mean?
And the rewarding. But like I said, I like the challenge, see what we can do. And going back to the network, what do we want to accomplish? Cool, let's do it. Yeah, we got to do volleyball. Volleyball's cool. And believe it or not, these girls are kicking ass.
Yeah, dude.
Cross country, they've always been, lighting it up. Okay, soccer, they're doing okay. And they have their ups and downs. But it's cool to see, you develop those relationships. And like I said, you get the best seat in the house.
Hell yeah, man. That's true.
And then
the best thing that in my opinion, that I love is the fact that it's just local. It's all El Paso,
No, not just that. Like I said, we're trying to go international, and we'll cover hopefully get some, major league credentials and stuff like that. But it's sports, it's universal. Right. And that's the thing, especially with the community service events and concerts. I mean, yeah, local is the foundation for it, but,
that's not the limit. You guys
there's no limit.
But I mean, from what you've done here locally, man, and what you've covered, I think it's amazing. It's awesome. It's something that I'm sure anybody would, if they were to actually talk to you and you tell them exactly everything you've done and where you've been, I think it would have been.
It's good. I mean, we're on to the next one, but I appreciate it. Like it's a lot of sacrifice. I mean, you miss out on stuff. I know my family always gets mad, like, man, you're missing this party, and yeah, I'm sorry, you know, but it's something.
My wife is too. She's like, "Oh, you're drinking again because of the Hey, you got to sacrifice, girl.
Hey,
and you're not married, right?
No, sir. I got a photography habit, buddy.
Okay.
And
that's it.
That's expensive enough. That's expensive enough, man.
And no kids, right?
No kids.
Okay,
no
cool.
kids.
Yeah, you see, so yeah, dude, you're like
cool
fully
uncle.
dedicated into it, right?
I'm the cool uncle,
right?
What is it? I'm married to the game.
Right. I wish you were my uncle. Really.
He probably is, dude. You have a huge ass family.
Yeah, somehow. So, all right, we're coming up on 38 minutes here. Probably a little bit longer than that.
It's probably
Sorry
been
for
like
all
an
the
hour.
fucking.
I apologize for blabbing. I don't really like talking, but
No, dude, you're good. I'm sorry for all the fucking.
That's right. You kept Chris quiet, so that's good.
I'm sorry for all the fucking.
This is how he was at downtown. He'd just be like that in the background. I'm like, you all right, dude? Like,
Yeah, and then he comes here and he don't shut the hell up.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I got a talking problem, dude.
no, he'll be like, who's that? Like, no, that's Wayne. You know, like when you said Fridays, I have high school football. No, remember I did Wayne's podcast in the morning.
Right,
and then
Friday mornings. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, dude. So sorry for the technical difficulties. We finally fixed it. We had a bad mic. Who would have known?
All we had to do is kick Joe out. That's all we had to do.
We just had to kick
sorry,
out Joe.
Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Nobody really wants to hear your talk about fucking whatever it is you're gonna talk about anyway. But whatever. Just kidding, Joe. But yeah, I feel bad because that fucking mic just shitted on us right there. But
That was my favorite mic, man.
yeah, so we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk to Ace a little bit more about his story, and then we're also gonna kind of get into these trending local national topics that we'll get into. And then I have a this or that segment at the end where I'm going to ask Ace some rapid fire questions, and we'll get it to know him a little bit better. So Ace, real fast, go ahead where you plug where they can find you on social media and where they can find the sports network.
Well, I'm gonna do a plug. So you got the EP Sports Network. You can find it at Twitter and Instagram, Facebook at EP Sportsnet. Giving a shout out to my fellow photographer Jorge. He's got a calendar. If you really love the city, this dude gets some great shots of the city. He has a beautiful 2 different types of calendars. I mean,
Jorge?
Yeah, Jorge
Is this the
Salgado.
Shout out to Jorge.
Yeah.
Okay, I follow Salgado photos on
Yeah, his
IG.
calendars are smooth. Like I'll be
dude.
with the drone work.
Dude, his drone work is fucking fire, dude.
So those are good things there. I know he gives like I think $1 or $2 to El Pasoans Fighting Hunger on that.
Nice.
But yeah, we got a bunch of shows. Artie's Community Corner. We got Taco Tuesdays with Ace, the Sports and More with Eddie Morelos. We got the Surge that we do on the network. We have the Minor Roundup. We'll talk about all the stuff there.
Dude, what doesn't this guy do?
He does everything.
He just
bro.
keeps going.
Sleep.
That's true. You should see this guy getting behind a computer and fucking firing up the fucking what's it called? The Adobe. What I'm fucking blanking out right now.
Adobe doesn't sponsor us, but yeah, the editing
Right, the
stuff on
editing
there.
software, dude. He's a beast with all this shit, dude. It's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Google and YouTube.
Hey,
I'm telling
YouTube
you.
University, like we said. But yeah, dude. So like, yeah, follow Ace, Photos by Ace on IG, and follow the El Paso Sports Network, EP Sports Network. But yeah, dude, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, because these guys are thirsty. They've been talking too much, so I think they're thirsty.
I'm thirsty, and I know Misa. He's just, dude. That chip changed you, bro. I have to say,
All I know, they said
he's
there was
quiet, dude.
they said there was gonna be Dr. Pepper here.
I have Coke. I don't have any Dr. Pepper.
Dude, remember that?
but I-
Didn't we talk about this earlier? How a lot of places don't have Dr. Pepper; they only have Coke and
Right.
Pepsi and Mr. Pibb.
That's me. This is one of the places.
This happens to be
yeah.
one of them.
We call this Iowa.
We're gonna get into this Dr. Pepper fascination that he has, because I feel like he's in a relationship with Dr. Pepper. So we'll get into that. And
Shout out to the Aaron Jones touchdown.
and shout out to the Aaron Jones touchdown squares.
Right there.
So let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get into more of it, guys. Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
I fucked that hoe and put it on DVD just for nostalgia. Bitch, I got the mojo, get jiggy like Austin Powers. Yeah, I be fiending because you know I be smoking every hour. When you dead and gone, that's the only time they give you your flowers. Yeah, but fuck them though because I be in my element and I be fucking bitches that be telling you they celibate. Them titties exquisite, play with a kitty till it gets.
All right, guys, we are back from break. Episode 98 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, featuring friend of the podcast, Mr. Andres Acosta. How you feeling the vibes today, man?
I'm Andres. Wow, man.
I mean,
My government name right there.
yeah,
man.
that's your government name, dude. The only way I know this is because when I used to get the mail at Downtown Spaces, that's what your name was under. Andres
Well,
Acosta.
you know what? Now millions of people are gonna fucking know it too.
Hey, when they gotta get on the check, you better gotta say Andres right there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's very important to know what, his correct name. You know what I mean? So it was interesting. We were talking in the break. You actually know Mr. Danny Espelin. Like, how do you guys know each other?
Mr. Dane Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Danny, remember him when I was working out at the bars.
The bars?
He would go and hang out, and with Pops Rene Ramos. I don't know if you know Pops.
I don't think I know who that is.
Yeah, just Danny's real cool. Back when he was the man running Cricket Wireless.
Oh, shit.
There's a legend out there.
Okay.
Is Cricket still around?
Where was this Cricket Wireless at?
He had multiple stores and stuff like that.
He was like a district manager?
Yeah, he the man.
Hey, that's what's up. Shout out to you, Danny.
And shout out to Cricket for making affordable phones for us.
I had Cricket at one point. Did you, Chris?
I think I had Cricket at one point too. I know I had like Virgin Mobile was number one because that's like where you start when you're a virgin. You know what I mean? And then I think I had. Do you guys remember Alltel?
What?
Alltel?
I'm gonna throw a reel back. Remember Voice Stream?
No, I don't remember that. No.
Y'all too young.
Yeah, dude.
That's T-Mobile now, right?
That's
Yeah, I think
voice.
so.
Voice Stream is T-Mobile
Back
now.
when they had the Nokia phone with the little snake
What?
game and shit.
Well, I remember
it was
that.
like I thought it was like a can and a string kind of shit.
No, that was AT&T.
Damn, dude, that shit's crazy to see how all this shit's fucking evolved since like, and that wasn't even that long ago. How
Dude, the
long
first
ago was
time
that,
I
like
ever had
20
a
years
phone-
ago?
20 years ago.
The first time I ever had a phone service, it was through T-Mobile. My mom, like, she ended up getting a new phone and a new number, so she just kind of like gave me her old one, and I don't know what I was doing. I already had a job, but I just rang up that shit. I don't know, somehow I ended up owing like $500 and something. So like,
Yeah, I remember it was unlimited nights after 9.
yeah, I had it for like 2 months, and then that's it. My
It
mom
wasn't
blocked it.
unlimited the whole time. You know what I mean?
See, but y'all didn't get to grow up in the era when it was dial up, and then you got a second phone line, right, just for your internet.
Right.
And
So you wouldn't tie up the
Yeah.
code.
and then you thought you were Mr. Cool Guy. Yeah, call me on my phone right there. You know, that was the cool thing when you had your own second line.
Or you
at the
couldn't be
house.
in the internet.
Bro, that was the biggest flex ever. If you had your own fucking personal line at your crib, like your family had one line, and it's like, this number's me, baby. That's like a big flex
Big
back in the
flex.
day.
Big-
Wow, dude, I don't even think I ever heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
because when it was dial up internet,
Right.
so
Yeah.
you had to pick up the phone and
If Ace was on the internet,
Yeah, you couldn't-
and somebody tried to call the house, you wouldn't be able to. So you would have that second line that's like, hey, the phone line's still going to be open, and I'm still going to be over here destroying my computer with downloads from Napster
Or LimeWire.
or LimeWire. You know what I
your
mean?
computer aids on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Computer.
Those were the first sexually transmitted diseases that occurred between computers.
See, now this is how spoiled my mom had me. She got me a phone my freshman year in high school, one of those cheap flip phone ones. But I was rocking the cell phone since early out there in Socorro. Usually the drug dealers probably had those cell phones with the beeper and shit.
Hey, so I was gonna ask, did you ever fuck around with the beepers?
My later years, yeah, we had the beepers.
So how did that work? Because I know my wife. My wife's a few years older than me, and then I talked to her about like the old flip phone I had. She's like, "That's nothing you ever fuck with with the beepers." And I was like,
The beeper would be, you go like that. All right, I need to find a payphone. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I mean, the point when you think about it, you're like,
crazy.
You know, yeah, you got the number, you got your little codes. You
It was
know,
like the most useless thing ever, wasn't it?
but that's all there was. You gotta
Right.
go find a payphone.
Right.
Because when you're out in the streets, there was no way to get it. Just a little like,
So it would beep and then
and then it had numbers, so you can either put the number to text or other people do their codes. Like the putting the little codes on the calculator where it says ho 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 and
Right,
stuff
or
like
boobs
that.
or whatever.
Boobs,
Right.
and then my mom was 303, so when you turn it sideways, it was mom. You turn it the other way, it was wow. So you got that. Oh, okay, got to go find a payphone right there.
Right.
And gangster out there.
"Was it expensive to have a beeper?"
I want to say it was like $20 a month.
bro,
Wow,
we are such.
we should bring that shit back.
This will be the craziest one. Try to Google or YouTube JJ, the king of beepers. That dude had the market here. He had everybody.
He was slanging all the beepers to everyone.
JJ, the king of beepers. That dude was.
It was like your buddy from Cricket, but it was just beepers or what?
that dude had beepers like
This
like,
was before his buddy for cricket
Yeah.
from cricket dish.
Theo JJ.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, dude.
It's beepers were crazy. That's
And now we're such spoiled bitches, bro. Because now we have it so easy now.
yeah, but you get in trouble though. Because we've been doing a bunch of crazy stuff back then. Nobody would know. There was no
Right.
phones out there.
yeah, you couldn't track your location.
No,
and
not
shit,
even track
you know what I mean?
location. Just somebody's doing something stupid and they're gonna pop in and record
Right.
it or whatever.
And then it's gonna hit the internet. and
Back
shit.
then, you'll show up to school on a Monday. Like, what happened? Nah, bro. We went off roading and fell down the mountain and landed on a cactus.
No, wait, no, hold on. Would all the beepers look the same, or was it kind of like?
No, they had different. Just like you got the cell phones with the
Right.
cases, you had the other cases on there.
Aye.
Red. You had the main thing was the chains. Like you'll put those like the wallet chains and shit. So you had the chains out there. Remember, hey, Tupac was rocking a beeper.
Right, that's true.
Tupac was
Fucking
rocking.
Tupac.
And then it got confusing because he looked like a damn garage door opener and shit. So you're hitting that, you're like, what? My beeper up in there.
Bro, you know what's crazy? They even used to have phones in cars at one point. I remember that, dude.
Yeah, you're pimping if you had the phone, in
Right.
the car. Look up Jimmy Iovine. That dude had a phone.
How the fuck would that work though back then?
I don't.
Why do you think there's a lot of cancer and all that shit? That shit was
all that radiation, and shit.
all that radiation on that
But
thing.
that was a thing that people had fucking phones in their car.
All I know, the most
remember that.
expensive phone that we got, which was, when you look at it now, was freaking pointless, was the Motorola Razr flip phone.
I like the Razor.
I liked it too, man.
That some bitch was like
I used to cut up my weed like that.
Right.
$1,000, and then look what it could do. It could do shit.
All I could do was text.
Oh, it was sleek, and it had the nice metallic or the all black with the blue, but that's
Right.
all it did.
That's why I got the sidekick.
That was even.
That's where I learned how to talk to girls, was on the Razor. I still don't know really how to talk to girls. that much,
I thought it was the sidekick because you can be pressing them buttons.
Right.
I remember back like in middle school, like the last year of middle school, I had a friend of mine. His name was Chris. I forgot his last name, man.
Oh, you don't need
Dude.
to blast him. You don't need to blast him.
No, I do because this guy made my day because I remember he'd always have a what's that phone you just said? The sidekick. He had the sidekick and he'd sit right next to me and he'd always be like, yo, check this out. And then bam, pop it out and send a message. And
You know who made that sidekick popular?
who?
Snoop D Double G. When he came out and he was rocking with one of those back in the day.
Damn, I just remember him. I would remember always telling him and it was just playing around. Like, dude, if you ever get a new phone, sell me that one. And then one day he's all like, yo, dude, I'll give it to you for $40. So like, I don't know how I got the money, but I ended up giving. One of the times, like I was trying to open it, and it wasn't working. Like when he gave it to me, it was already kind of like, and then it would open. And I did it all hard. The first day I fucking had it, woo, right in the cafeteria, and fucking broke. Never used it after that, dude. So first sidekicks.
I'm gonna get you guys that for Christmas, right?
Dude, those were a badass phone, dude. The sidekick, like you would
never
see it,
liked
it would like flip out so fast. You're like, whoa.
I'll still wear a beeper. I mean, if beepers are still around, I'll still have it just so I could be like, hey.
They're drug dealers. Beep, beep. All right, cool. Go to your spot.
There you go. That's what they used to do in Socorro, huh?
Nah, bro, they're on another level over there. Smoke signals. And
Yeah,
shit.
dude, that's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy to see how far like all this shit has come, and now we have just like a fucking pocket or a computer in our pocket at all times that can do literally like anything that it wants. So let's talk.
And it's listening to us too. So don't
Right,
worry.
it's tracking you. It fucking knows. It knows you better than you know
I mean,
yourself.
isn't there more technology in your phone that it was in that spaceship that went to the moon for the first time?
Probably.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is
What
true.
the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, that was back in the 60s, man.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Well, yeah, I guess
they were
that's
getting
true.
high and having orgies and doing all that other
Right.
type
Well,
of stuff.
people are still getting high and having orgies. You got to find the right crowd. You know what I mean?
But now they're getting busted because of them phones.
Right. Like here we get high, but like orgies aren't like really cool. But we get high on CBD, so it's different.
CBD all the way.
Is that your sponsor?
No, we wish we had a CBD sponsor. Trust me. But yeah. So one of the things that's funny about you is that you have a fascination with diet Dr. Pepper. With Dr. Pepper.
I don't do that word diet.
Yeah, right. We don't want diet sodas.
What is that?
Shit's whack. But
No quitter.
so I remember when I first fucking met Ace, this guy, he loves his Dr. Pepper, right? And at Downtown Spaces, we would order sodas for the fridge to keep stocked. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to order this guy some fucking Dr. Peppers. Bro, these Dr. Peppers flew off the fucking,
I know what
like,
you're talking about. That wasn't me.
yeah, of course it wasn't you. Those Dr. Peppers were gone in like 2 days.
Show me the video. Show me the video.
So, because you love Dr. Pepper so much, I wanted to give or to get your top 5 drinks, either sodas, anything non-alcoholic, the top 5 drinks according to Ace.
I got to go with Mateo's and their blue pineapple drink out there.
Mateos, what is that?
A Mexican restaurant that's coming to El Paso.
Okay.
They're based out of Las Cruces. The girls got the pink drink out there in Starbucks.
Right.
Now this blue, they have a bunch of like frescas and stuff like that, but that blue one,
What is it? Is it like a coconut drink? Or
yeah,
what is-
kind of like a pineapple.
Okay.
Like a nice, fresh. Yeah.
Pina colada kind
That shit sounds so
but
good.
it's blue. It's blue, so I don't know what they're putting in there, but it's It's delicious.
Every time I think of a blue drink, I think of
Ocean water.
that adios motherfucker.
Oh, dude. I used to have to make one of those. You should at least went with the blue Hawaiian or something.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Adios. Like always, that was one thing at the bar. Like, all right, yeah, get my friend, it's his birthday. Get him a gorilla fart. It's like, why? He's your homeboy. Why you want to get him pissing in his pants and throwing up, man? Let him have a good time.
That's what I did to Chris. I gave him Jack Daniels.
They did that exact thing to me my past birthday.
No, but he's acting like that's not what he want because that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
that's
but
exactly
what if it was
he
Jack
expected.
Daniels mixed with Wild Turkey 101 and you were lining up 3 shots?
Hey, he would have been even happier. So I'm saying, look at Chris.
I was destroyed regardless. But anyways,
until he passed out like this. Hey, yo.
Well, the funny thing is, when I left, he was already pretty wasted, and then so I was like, "Yo, I'll see you later, Chris." And then Chris was like, "All right, bro, be careful." And I was like, "No, you be careful, bro."
You better get in the cab.
yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. So top 5 drinks, we got the blue drink from Mateos.
I got to go with Sonic and their ocean water.
Oh,
that's on my top lip.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I tried when they throw the nerds in there.
I was gonna say with the nerds too.
Nah.
I don't know.
Look, I'm only saying that because the first time I even tried the ocean water was with the nerds, and I was high on CBD. And I went with my brother, and he fucking was like, "You need to try this shit." Then I tried it, and I was like, "Yo, dude, fuck."
I couldn't.
Holy shit! If I could suck this shit's
Whoa,
dick right now, if they had I would.
This ain't that kind of show. I'm just saying. All right, so we had the blue drink. We had
Got the ocean water.
ocean water,
Which is also blue.
Which is also, yeah, you like blue drinks, don't you?
Have you met our boy Blue?
What's up, Blue? Hey, if your boy Blue, how come you ain't wearing blue?
Oh,
It's because he's just blue. He is the essence of blue.
Yo, imagine you guys call him Blue, but he was a blood.
Well, he used to be, but we got
But you know
we
what the
took him out
crazy
of
thing
there.
is? It's like people don't believe this, but Blue is actually his legal name.
Right,
Is it BLU or is it BLU?
No, it's BLUE,
right.
like blue.
You want to know what his real name is? His name is Elijah Blue Candle.
Candle with a K.
Hey, that's not the first time I hear that word candle because my good friend Candlelight, and that's her real name.
That's her name.
Yeah, that's her
Candlelight.
name.
Okay.
That's not her name. That's her real name.
Last time I heard Candle was in this last episode, and I don't remember. And I told Joe, dude, I don't remember saying this, but when I ate that hot chip, I said like, dude, it feels like I have a fucking candle up in your mouth, deep throating a candle with that fucking shit. Anyways,
All right, so we had the Mateo's blue
You
pineapple
got the
drink,
ocean water.
ocean water. You know what? Got to give a shout out to Cane's and their sweet tea.
Okay.
Obviously, I love a lot of sweet stuff.
Right.
My mom got me hooked on all that stuff. Like they say, you are what you eat. So I'm sweet. I'm sweet and I eat tacos. So
It's a sweet taco.
he's a Dr. Taco guy.
Dr. Taco, my love for that will never die. It was a tough one. Because I'm very stick to the same.
Right.
Somebody wanted to kill me. They know what to poison and where I'm gonna eat.
Hey Joe, you writing this shit down?
Don't worry, I got life insurance. Let's see. 5 is tough.
We need 2 more. You haven't even thrown Dr. Pepper in there.
Well, you said other than Dr. Pepper.
Well, you can throw it in there then. You can put it at like 4 or 5 if you want.
Yeah, number. That's I should get that
All
as a
right,
tattoo.
one more then.
Okay, one more.
We'll throw this. Lily makes a coffee for me because I'm not into coffee. Just trying that. So it's the one, I don't know what the last one she made. That one tasted pretty damn good.
Some fire coffee.
Well, that one, because I don't know how to make that shit. I'll throw too many sugars in there, a shitload of cream. I just remember the Bugs Bunny thing. 1 lump or 2. All right, just throw multiple lumps in that thing.
Okay, so that's your top 5 drinks.
my
Misa,
top
do you
5.
have top 5 drinks?
I love Coke.
Okay,
He's
Coke.
drinking. He's actually drinking my last Coke
sorry.
that we had.
We got plenty of them.
I was told there was gonna be Dr. Pepper here.
That was my fault. I dropped the ball, but I got Coke. I thought it was Dr. Pepper, but it's Coke.
Fucking Chris.
It's like Steeler fans, Cowboys. Oh, we got the Cowboys here.
Yeah, right.
no.
It's not the same.
It's like
I did fuck
saying
up.
it's like, hey, we got the best team here, and he's expecting the Steelers, but then you bring the Cowboys.
See, no, I can't talk trash anymore about a bunch of teams because I get to work with a bunch of these teams now, and you get to meet them.
So you like the Chargers? That's what you're saying? Hell yeah!
I've actually hung out with Austin Eckler this past summer. Yes,
oh.
we actually interviewed him for the NACL stuff because he's a big time gamer. He started the Gridiron Gaming Group, and him and a bunch of his other NFL friends have a whole league and everything.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so Eck is he's a cool cat. You know. So yes. I do that.
He likes the Chargers.
Yeah, he loves the Chargers.
And I got hate to sound like this, but I got to interview the Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yes,
a couple
sir.
What? LT?
LT back because
What?
because of the Tony the Tiger Stumble, they have a Mission Tiger that will go and donate a bunch of athletic equipment to the schools. So they donated, I forgot how many thousands to El Paso the first year they did it. And the
LT was here for that.
The surprise.
I remember that.
So I got to. So obviously working in the media, I got to ask.
You know why he did it? Because he felt so bad for breaking the rushing record.
Oh, he was
against UTEP.
no. He was the UTEP killer. That dude was killing the UTEP.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just great games. But no,
But he did break the record though.
yeah,
right?
he
The
broke the
rushing
record that game, but he just broke our backs every game. But I got to ask him a couple questions. What his fondest memory growing up. So take a look at that. That was cool to interview a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking badass. That's some bucket list shit right there.
I mean,
dude,
he's the
for
reason
sure.
why I started liking. Because I mean, growing up, it was just nothing but Cowboys with my family. And then my stepdad had mentioned like Dennis Thompson. I was like, "Who the hell is that?" And he's all like, "You don't know." And then he showed me a video of how he tore up UTEP. And I was like, "I like that guy. Who does he play with?" He's like, "The Chargers." And then ever since then, I was like, "Fuck the Cowboys. I'm a Charger. Un cargador."
Remember, this is probably before your time, but the Chargers came here for an exhibition against the Cowboys and played at the Sun Bowl back in I want to say mid 90s.
Right.
Like I said, when the Cowboys used to come, they used to host their exhibition games. Irvin was here, Emmett.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that the Cowboys used to come here.
They packed this place to
They would
crazy.
come like it was like during preseason.
Yeah, it was an exhibition. It wasn't
Right.
preseason, but it was like exhibition. My good buddy Ruben Ramirez has photos of Emmett using his camera taking photos after during the game on that. Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of great photographers in this city. There's a lot of great stuff that happens in this city. For those folks to say there ain't nothing to do in El Paso, y'all ain't looking. Y'all stuck on your couch. There's a bunch of stuff to do. There's a bunch of things going on. You just gotta go out there and do some stuff.
Right. I mean, yeah, dude.
Especially
that's
for the
true.
charity stuff too. You got Iris going, doing a bunch of stuff with Miha Yoshikan. You got the NAMI for mental health. You got Khalid doing his stuff with the fine arts, and you got Aaron and Alvin doing their thing here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Now we got to think of something to do with the community, bro. Come on.
Hey, even with all the cans y'all be lugging back, recycle, bro. You recycle. That's what we did in Soco Loco. We'd take all those cans. We used to throw some parties in high school, and all my guys, because football players or whatnot, will keep all the cans and then take those cans up the next morning and get some of our money back.
You know what, man? Bro, with all
true.
the cans that we're gonna have after this episode, bro, we're gonna be able to buy a new mic, man. For sure. For sure.
Maybe a 3-liter Dr. Pepper. I'm just saying.
I got you.
We're gonna make sure that Chris sends you a suitcase of Dr. Pepper straight to your house.
Dr. Pepper, if you want to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. But the rest of them, I forgot where I was at. But the rest of them, usually it's just Coke. And now I'm gotten into Sprite lately. And
Whoa, Sprite.
Yeah.
Which Sprite? American Sprite?
Fuck.
No.
Mexican
Hold on.
Sprite.
I was gonna say it's a Sprite with the lime or lemon.
Lemonade. Sprite lemonade.
Sprite
That's
lemonade.
the best Sprite there is.
never
That
had
shit
that.
is fire, dude.
Fire, man. Mountain Dew also just
Mountain
recently.
Dew. I didn't
yeah.
picture you for a country guy.
Yeah, me either, man. But I love country.
You also love your cousins.
This guy, Jesus. The other two is anything with mango, man. Like mango juice. I don't know. But one thing I hate is guachata.
I can't do that either.
I can't do that shit. No.
Yeah, horchata's whack, bro.
Horchata, no. Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
you're gonna get a bunch of haters for saying that.
It's
I'm saying,
okay,
I just
but-
can't do that. That ain't my taste.
It's like I'd rather have their fucking basic ass lemonade.
I think I'd rather do the hot chip challenge than drink a whole thing of that again.
That's saying something.
Yeah,
right
you better
there.
watch out with that. That's fighting words right
I
there.
don't know what you said was fighting words. You just
Well, I
said-
mean, yeah, that's true. But I'm not saying I would stick a fucking badass, like the most fucking hottest chip ever. Like, I'm not going to eat that over fucking, drinking like like Mountain Dew or horchata. You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad.
Now, if they're paying, horchata and Mountain Dew, we like your flavors.
Right. Dude, Mountain Dew Code Red. Mountain Dew Code Red is fire.
I'll give
as
you
hell.
this. When I do stop at Taco Bell, that Baja Blast.
Oh,
Oh, that's top. That's top.
that and it smacks differently from Taco Bell, dude. It does.
Yeah, well, that chip challenge, Taco Bell's been doing that shit for years already with their tacos.
They've been destroying people's asses and stomachs for years.
Yeah, that's why I haven't gone to Taco Bell in a minute. Because of that.
Man, that's crazy, dude. So that's your top 5.
That's it.
You ended it with the last 2 being anything mango.
Yeah, anything
Okay.
mango,
All right,
dude. I
that's-
love mango.
Okay, cool. All right, let's keep it moving here. Let's talk some trending local and national topics. We don't have a fucking snack from Exotic Snacks today, which would have been nice.
But shout out to them, man.
But yeah,
because-
shout out to Exotic Snacks because he
snacks,
usually
no
does
Dr.
supply us.
Pepper. My
Yeah, dude.
God,
No,
what
no
kind of-
mic, no fourth mic. This shit is all falling apart.
What kind of episode did I come on? No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, this shit
I'm
is
just kidding.
It's falling apart.
Hey, man, after I ate that chip, dude, everything caught fire. Everything's done.
Everything's burning to the ground
But
slowly.
it's a teamwork.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I tried to have Chris eat some of that chip too, but he didn't want to.
Yeah, dude. I said nope. Everybody here was like, nah, except for Aaron.
Aaron, your son, dude.
Yeah, he decided. Yeah, I'll have the rest of that. So
Awesome.
let's talk about these trending topics here. The first one I have, guys, and this was startling news that I saw on Instagram today. You know how Little Caesars is known for their $5 hot and ready? So breaking news: the $5 hot and ready is no longer $5.
What?
It is now $5.55.
That's it. I'm never gonna buy a pizza from there again.
Dude, who does Little Caesars think they are, raising the price of a shitty ass pizza?
Whoa.
Everybody's
I
whoa, whoa.
gotta object on this
Okay,
shitty part.
so
all right?
let's talk about this pizza then. Ace.
I gotta object on the shitty part because is it not as tasty as the other ones, but it's still a hell of a deal.
No, it is a hell of a deal. That's true.
Now, my reasoning is a little different from a story that I heard was that the owner or the founder of Little Caesars used to pay for Rosa's Parks.
Oh yeah.
Housing because I guess she got somebody broke into her house and robbed her and assaulted her. So he got her, moved her up into a place, and then paid for her rest of living until she passed away.
Oh shit, I didn't
So,
know.
Yeah,
that.
dude,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So shout out to him for doing that. And you know what? For people on a budget,
Little Caesars is a steal, bro.
dude, that's a hot meal, $5.
Right.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Now remember, they haven't raised their price in 18 years.
That's true. That's true. That's
But
very true.
55 cents, bro. Come on, make it 5 cents at least.
I'll give you this. How much y'all pay for a beer at a game?
Oh, dude, I'll pay
I
like
know.
$75
I
for
know,
one.
dude. I get fucked
for
up.
one of them.
Sneak 'em in.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
No, you're right. You're right. I guess.
Dude, Ace is fucking.
I mean,
like,
I get it.
speaking nothing but truth
I
right now.
get it. It's going from $5.41 to $6.10. You got to pay now, so you get a little bit more than chains.
Right.
And, put it in there to make that meal, but that ain't bad. 50,
I mean,
55
I thought it was funny that like so many people, because like I'm like fake outraged right now. Like I haven't had Little Caesars in a while, but
Were you the guys like when Starbucks stopped doing the red Christmas cups? Were you outraged?
no,
like
dude,
that
I don't
too?
give a fuck about
Yeah,
Starbucks.
yeah,
I think
he was.
Starbucks is so overrated. Like that's another podcast for another day. But what I thought was funny is like number one, Little Caesars, their crazy bread, fire. I don't even know what's so crazy
What?
about it, but that shit is so good.
That's the worst.
That's the
that they
best
have.
part of Little Caesars.
They changed it.
That's worse.
I mean, I remember back in the day, like I would like my uncle would take me to Little Caesars, and it was like the best fucking shit ever. And now it's kind of like, yeah,
Do you remember back in the day when they used to come out during football and they had the football package? It was like the size, the length of the table here, and it was in the paper
Pizza
wrapping,
and
Right.
and
wings
there's a
and the
bunch of
bread.
squares and Little Caesars.
dude, Little Caesars been killing it for a long time, huh?
55 cents ain't that bad.
Yeah, dude, that's not that bad. But I mean, I do think the quality of pizza not where it used to be. I would say that.
Nah, I think it's the same. You know what? I think you're right. I think when you think about it, it's like, where can you go and get a large pizza in less than 30 seconds? Ready for you. Hot and ready.
It's a
Not
meal.
just ready, but it's hot.
And it's hot. It's a hot meal.
Yeah,
Hot and ready
that's
meal.
true.
$5 because there's not even that many dollar menu anymore, like at McDonald's or nothing. It's
It's only the fucking drink, dude. And most of the time, they don't have
That's
Dr. Pepper.
right.
That fucking motherfucker, dude.
right?
The only thing that's $1 at McDonald's now is the large drink. You know what I mean? But
And I hate it. And I hate it at the fact that like you drive up to like McDonald's and then they have like this big sign that says like our dollar menu, and it's just like our drink for $1, and then everything else is like
and a cookie.
Yeah, and the cookie, and then,
one cookie.
and then everything else is like $1.89, $2, and it's still in the dollar menu. It's like, bro,
Now those burgers prices went up too. I was like,
Yeah,
damn,
dude.
yeah,
how
dude.
much?
Everything's just gone up in price. You know what I mean? But Little Caesars today, I saw it trending, and I just thought it was funny. You know, I was
Yeah,
like,
people were outraged, but you know what? 55 cents ain't bad, folks.
right. And I love how they're like, you know what? Let's make it 55 cents.
well, I mean, come on. I mean, I guess there's just outrage because after 18 years, man, come on, you could have done this after 5 years. Why after 18? Now you want to change?
All,
All
I,
right, dude.
all I know, I paid $110 for Jordans back when I was in middle school, and now those things are selling for $400.
Hey, there you go.
I'm not gonna save a fucking pizza from fucking Little Caesars for 12 years and be like, yo,
No, but I'm just saying, like, you see those same exact shoes, you're like, what? Or throw a Supreme sticker on there, all that. I saw a director's chair, like the nice, not lying, the director's chair, like, that had Supreme on the back. They wanted $588 for it.
Just because of the Supreme
Because
sticker?
it said Supreme.
Oh my God.
No, because
Jesus.
like, the back where, it says director said Supreme. I was like, really? Shout out to their marketing team, because, I mean,
they'll sell anything with that name Supreme on it. Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Same go to Walmart, get the black chair for 50 something bucks, or you get it to say Supreme, and that's somebody $500.
Yeah.
And Joe's gesture.
Hey,
Money.
Hey, and props to them, because there's a market and people are buying that. Some they want to have that name brand stuff.
Yep.
I ain't that cat. Nah, I mean,
You know what? Those people that are mad about those 55-cent raise on that pizza are the same people that are buying those $300 Jordans and shit. Same people.
I remember having this conversation with another friend. She's like, "Yeah, we'll get these purses about blah blah blah." I was like, "You know what? I'd rather have a $20 purse with, $700 in it than a $700 purse with $20 in it."
Hey, that's true. That's very true, man.
But I mean, it's all worth the same though, right?
That's what I'm saying here. You right here in downtown, right there on El Paso Street, and get that right.
Go get yourself a nice Gucci bag.
That G might be hanging like
Right.
Forrest Gump, but
It's not a Gucci bag; it's a Coche bag.
It's a Coche. Hey,
The C on your Chanel bag might fall off.
It passed the eye test. So
Now it's channel.
All right. So speaking about
Pass the eye
fucking
test. That's
things
what I'm saying.
changing, Misa brought up this fucking story that I had not seen. But Kanye West changed his fucking name to
I saw
Ye.
that.
Legally?
No, legally, yeah.
He named
like,
it-
if you Google him now,
He actually,
Like,
he
that's what
changed
comes
it.
up.
From what I read, he changed
Oh, yeah.
it to just
Ye.
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 Like Snoop Dogg when he was Snoop Lion, nobody called him that.
Well,
Yeah, that
we
was a failed
Chad-
name change.
Or like Ocho Cinco.
Ocho
No,
Cinco.
like Diddy. It was Puff Daddy went to Puff, and then just Diddy.
To
and
Diddy.
Oh, he got a lot of names.
Ron Artest, Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace. That was a big
But
one.
dude, Ye is like, dude, what? Like, why?
Tax purposes, buddy.
You think
It's
so?
like, hey, what's up, Ye?
It's called divorce with it's Kardashian.
So you think it really is involved in that?
Kanye's his own? It's a whole nother level with that.
But I just wonder, like,
It's
now
his
that
own vibe.
now that he's changing his name, like, how much is that going to change from his business? It'd be like, well, you're not Kanye West no more.
I mean,
You're Ye. Or
it's,
Ye.
it's not a situation like what Prince had to go through because the record label owned his name. But I don't know. That cat, you never know. He might new business ventures, new tax brackets, new companies, new.
Hey Joe, look up what was his like whole legal name? Was it really Kanye West?
Yeah,
Kanye West, that's his actual.
that's his real name.
That's his whole name?
Yeah, just like
Just Kanye West or Kanye something West or
probably
Kanye's Misa West.
Misa.
Kanye
Just like Tupac Shakur.
East West? Kanye,
Kanye East
Southwest?
West.
Hey, his daughter's Northwest.
Hey.
Look,
Oh, that's true. That is true.
He couldn't take Southwest.
Saint West.
Couldn't do Southwest. That name was already taken.
Do you guys have a favorite Kanye song while we're talking about Kanye?
Yeah, that graduation album was.
That graduation album was fucking fire, dude. Like that was one of the best albums like that I can ever remember.
When his jaw was wired closed?
Well,
Through the wire.
Well, here's the
Through the
thing, though.
wire?
Here's the thing, and this happens to every, I guess, creative person or whatnot. When you're, especially athletes or just in anything,
Right.
when you're grinding, you're hustling, you're putting out your best stuff. So when you get to the top, that level of trying to put out the best stuff, it's a little bit more relaxed, all right? Because you made it, and you get comfortable, and people are gonna hate, but that same intensity is not there. It's hard to keep that, putting out them hits and just that same energy
and that same drive. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
It's tough to replicate it like album after album after album.
Sure, people are going through that in marriage.
Yeah.
You ain't treating your significant other the same way when you're trying to, when you first started,
right?
But
over time,
he's got to keep it consistent. If she keeps you,
That's what they say. Like she calls you daddy in the sheets and dumbass in the streets. They should change.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't know
who's saying that. Who's saying that? By the way,
I gotta ask you, Ace. If you could change your name to anything, what would it be?
Ace.
Ace? Just straight up Ace?
Yeah, I've always liked that name. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. How did you get that name, by the way?
All right. So when I started photography, having when you put your watermark and whatnot, writing Andres Acosta photography was just way too freaking long.
Right.
Fills up the whole bottom of the
picture
thing, and I really liked the whole ace, type of thing. I was trying to get into like a auto sport racing. 4 aces, it's a hot hand. So I like the name Ace, and then of course I'm a superhero guy, and you have Batman's dog named Ace. And so with the photos, I was like, you know what, photos by Ace. That's simple enough. So Ace, hey, call me Ace. Call me Ace. And
How long ago was that? How long has it been calling you?
2012.
I mean, when I got introduced to him, it was introduced as Ace. Like, not even like his name. It was like, this is Ace.
You'd be funny with people. Your name's Andres? Like, what? Like, especially
Ace.
like on the credential part. They're like, when we apply for credentials, they're like, who the fuck is Andres? You have an Andres that works at the Herald Post? And I'm like, yeah. And then, like I said, it was so cool that the name is stuck. Angela, shout out to Angela from the Chihuahuas. A couple years she'll put Andres, and then in
parentheses.
Yeah, she had Ace and then Acosta on that. So
what about you, Chris?
If I had to change my name, shit.
To shit.
No. The shit.
No, I'd probably change it to like Bud Light or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe because I was just.
I don't know, dude.
It'd be CBD.
Yeah, CBD. First name CBD. Yeah.
No, if you wanted to name or change it to that, you could. Or every time you get a jersey number, you'd be number 2.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because you're the shit.
Whoa. Okay.
Why not number 1?
I don't know. I don't think I would want to change my name though. I'm like, even though my name's kind of shitty, like it's okay. It's a good name. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be Tiffany or nothing like that?
Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good
Tristan?
on that. Nah.
Taylor?
Maybe I'll be like a
Chase?
Like a Chase. I could be like a Chase. You know what I mean?
How about Paul?
I mean, Paul's okay, but I'd rather be a Chase.
How about Jose?
Nah, do I look like a Jose?
Yeah, you do. You do.
Do I really?
actually.
Like, if you guys never met me, would you think I'm like a Jose? Or
With that hairstyle, yes.
Yeah.
like, okay, so what if I like take off the hat? Do I look like?
Oh no! Now you look like a Jose.
Do I look like a Jacob or some shit?
No.
No.
Dude, I look like a Jose. I am Jose.
Well, you are Jose, bitch. What the fuck? I look like Jose. That's like me saying I look like Chris. Well, yeah, I'm fucking Chris. Okay, so I look like a Jose. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, you're
No?
Jose.
Okay, what do I look like then?
You
Blue?
look like a Juan Pablo.
Say it loud.
A Juan.
A Juan? A Juan in a million?
I think you look like a Roger or something.
What? A Roger.
Roger.
What the fuck? I don't think I look like Roger at all.
Yeah, don't ask him anymore.
Okay, so next trending topic that I got for you guys, and this is going back to UTEP. I saw today that there's a possibility that UTEP might not be in Conference USA much longer. Conference USA is the conference that UTEP athletics, all their sports are in, and recently there's some Conference USA teams that are getting lured away by, I believe, the American Athletic Conference.
Oh, they're not getting lured away. They're applying to go.
They're applying to go to that conference, right? Similar to what we saw with Texas and Oklahoma applying to go play in the SEC. This is part of the conference realignment that happens sometimes in college athletics. What are your thoughts on that, Ace?
Well, it looks like UTEP's not looking to leave Conference USA. Other teams are leaving Conference USA, so they're kind of stuck.
Right. And then
those teams are going to leave.
right. And I saw that like one of the problems was that it's the Texas teams that are leaving. So North Texas, UTSA, Rice that are trying to get out, and which ultimately affects UTEP in the way that now there's no more teams in Texas besides UTEP, and their closest school would be like UAB or someone.
UTEP has had to face that regardless,
right?
Because a lot of the schools don't have major airports to fly into. You still have to go to like a neighboring city and then still do the bus
and then travel.
UTEP on the flip side, since we have El Paso International, teams can still get here and not have to do that.
It's not a whole mission and shit.
Nah, because I mean, North Texas is still 10 hours away. San Antonio is still 8. Marshall. It's always the logistics for UTEP has always been tough in Conference USA, but their hands are kind of tied because they want to go to Mountain West, but Mountain West does not want UTEP.
Right? They're like, no, we don't.
They pretty much told them like, yeah, no.
Right. Well, I read somewhere that they were saying there's no benefit for them to have UTEP in the conference. The Mountain West. So that's like Boise State.
I mean, it is, but I mean, because regionally all those schools are there, but Mountain West is
New
still
Mexico.
Yeah. It's not. It's going to be a tough one because remember, everybody's still looking at the eyes of football, but this is not just a realignment for football. This is for the rest of your athletic programs.
Your athletic departments.
Right. So people are talking about, well, NMSU, what if they go to Conference USA for football? Wouldn't really benefit the other teams in there. Basketball, it would, because New Mexico State, men and women, have been the King Kongs in the WAC.
Right.
So it's a tough one, and we're talking millions and millions of dollars. Like I said, for those teams that are applying to leave, they have to pay $3 million to get out of their contract. And so this won't happen until maybe 2023, but it's coming. It's coming. I mean, it's all
gonna happen for sure. You think?
Yeah. If
it's already happening.
By it leaking to this level, decisions like this don't just happen overnight.
Right.
There's conversations, because it's a lot of money. You're talking about not just scholarships and your recruiting. You're talking TV deals and stuff that you got to, take into consideration, how much each network is doing. I think a lot of TV deals have just gotten signed or some are about to expire. So that's why a lot of teams are doing this. I mean, the SEC kind of threw a wrench in everything because, with those two teams leaving. But when you think about it, can those two teams compete in the SEC?
Right.
They've been kings in the Big 12, right? Why do you want to go to the other one? Yeah, it's a bigger market, bigger TV audience and stuff like that. But
I think it's going to force those programs to be better, honestly.
But how do you be better if you're not winning?
Well, I mean, I would say better in the sense that like they know that now like the bar of like competition has been raised. Now you're not going to go play Kansas during the conference. But every team's going to be like Ole Miss, fucking LSU, Tennessee, South Carolina.
And I get that. But let's look at it from the football. Big 12 has a spot at the college football playoff.
Right.
So if you win the Big 12,
you're automatically in there. Right.
And now you're going to go try to go up against Bama and
LSU, all those guys for that one SEC spot. Right.
It's
yeah. And I think more or less what it is like eventually like the SEC is going to be like its own like little minor league of the NFL.
No, there's too many.
You know what I mean?
That, but
I mean, yeah, there's a fuckload of schools, but I just think that's going to be like where most of the recruits go.
The Miners are 6-1.
Yeah, that's true. The Miners are 6-1, so yeah, that's good. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting, and like it's kind of to see UTEP go from conference to conference over time, and how they get affected by other schools trying to navigate through their conference realignment and stuff like that, and how it affects us way out here in El Paso.
Yeah, we're talking millions of dollars. Especially the big thing is if you want to look at those TV deals. How much
follow the money, man.
It is, because I mean, whether the bowl games or whatnot, that money's getting spread out, to all the other schools.
Yeah, dude, that's true. Yeah, and it's crazy, and so like I just hope that like UTEP can find a conference where they can like land in, where they can actually start like rekindling some of these rivalries with like schools that they used to.
Yeah, that's tough, because the rivalry part, I mean, look at the what is it, Oklahoma State, that's probably going to be done,
right?
Well,
even like Texas and A&M and Texas and Tech, like all that rivalry shit is out the window now, because they're not going to play those schools anymore.
I say that UTEP still probably be Conference USA. They might add some more teams. picture like a Liberty or some other schools.
Right. Some of these smaller schools that are in the same like.
I just
like
say
a
win
group
your
as
conference.
UTEP.
Let's go to the dance. Shit.
Right.
I mean, whoever's on there, what's your schedule? Because you're still gonna have those money games anyways. Like UTEP's gonna play Oklahoma next year, and then the following year they'll play UT Austin. I think Boise's coming down next year, then Nevada.
Right, because
In
we
a
went to
couple
Boise this year, so
I'm excited for that. Next year we'll go to Oklahoma, God willing. And then that following year, I think it's the UNLV. Well, they're now playing in Allegiant Stadium.
right.
So
So you'll be playing at the fucking Raiders.
yeah,
Raiders Stadium.
we went to that game in UNLV. Whew. Man, it's a night game. It's 7:00,
Tense.
and it's still 106 degrees on the field.
Hot as fuck, dude. Jesus Christ.
And luckily, how that stadium was, where the sun was setting, the press box was so high that the
was
sun
blocking it all.
Perfect. How they designed that was perfect, because when it was starting to come down, it's like, all right, whew. Because that's some heat.
So they took all that shit into consideration when they were constructing that stadium. Huh?
Yep. And then now, they're indoors at the big Rumble Bowl, so
Right.
or Roomba, whatever that thing's called.
Hey. Yeah, dude. So that I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was interesting.
It is. It's a lot of money.
A lot of money changing hands, and like obviously these things, they have effects on like the program, who you're playing, the teams that you get in here, the recruits that you can get, how many games are actually on TV. All that stuff is tied together with your conference. So that was interesting. So let's start to wrap up the podcast here. We're gonna do a little questionnaire here with Ace. But
I'm American.
before you know that, or before we do that, do you know what? Does anyone know what time it is? Does anybody have the
Game
time?
time.
It is time for the This or That segment here at Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast hosted by your boy, Chris Marcus!
All right, guys. So this segment is where I, Christopher Marcus,
Ace, love that shit. Look at him.
fire off simple
great.
this or that scenarios and see what our guest, Mr. Ace,
You
would
gotta
prefer.
you gotta throw some lights around there, like the old school Price is Right lights.
So I got a few of them. I'll probably ask you about 10. They're going to be rapid fire, this or that questions. Don't think too hard about them. And just give us the first thing that comes into your first answer that pops into your head.
Yes.
So the first one that we got, Mr. Ace, is: would you rather be able to walk on water or breathe underwater?
Let's go breathe.
Okay,
Hey.
that's a
Yeah,
good
me
one.
too.
I think I already know this one, but are you an Apple or Android guy?
Gotta go with those blue bubbles, buddy.
Okay, that's Apple. You see? There
Blue
you go.
bubbles?
Yeah, if you're Android, you're green. You don't want no green.
When somebody's texting you, dude, and you see the bubble, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Okay. I'm still stuck with, the beepers and shit.
Right, of course, dude. You're still living in like 1975 and shit. Okay, so would you rather go to Cancun or Cabo San Lucas?
What time of year?
Let's go with the summer.
Cabo.
Cabo. Okay. Are you a thick fry guy or a thin fry guy?
Salt or no salt?
They both have salt on it.
Let's go thin.
Thin, dude. Thin fries.
Unless they're crinkles.
You don't like crinkle fries?
No, I'll go
Oh,
with
okay.
crinkles.
I was like, crinkle fries are good.
Yeah,
They're-
let's
those
do
are
waffle fries,
acceptable.
bro. Waffle fries.
You know what? You don't get that much.
I don't think a waffle fry is an actual fry. I think
Why?
it's like just a waffle.
Why is it not fried?
No, it is, but it's just like
Is
it
it
takes
not
a
a potato?
different shape. No, I mean it fits all the things, but it's not like a
When was
fry.
the last time you had a waffle fry, Chris?
Last time I went to Chick-fil-A, which was like,
Oh,
Three-
dude,
3
it's
weeks
Chick-fil-A.
ago.
Fuck Chick-fil-A. It's just
well, where
basic.
else do you get waffle
It's
fries
basic.
from?
Go to Carl's Jr. You get the best ones there.
Go
They
to
have
Crave.
waffle fries there?
They do have them.
I Crave, I know. I've seen waffle fries there. Okay, so I'll have to try some waffle fries. Okay, pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Ooh, that's a critical
That's a hard one.
That's
but
why.
yeah,
That's
I would-
why we're going bowling to Albuquerque. We are going to the Waffle House.
Waffle House?
You probably
That's-
win us a fight there, no?
Dude, I've never been there. Is it good?
Chocolate chip waffles the size of like a plate.
That does sound good.
When my friend was playing ball with the Iowa Cubs when they used to play against Albuquerque, make that trip, and then after the game, go roll out in there.
And they're open like all night, huh?
Sir,
Okay.
you know the weather's bad, especially like in Atlanta and all that, when Waffle House closed. Like this last hurricane or whatever,
Right.
the Waffle House started closing. People are like, oh shit, we better get out of the city right here.
That's what it settled into everyone.
Because they usually don't close?
They
funny.
don't close. Those things are open. Rain, snow.
Yeah.
When they said, oh, we're closing this weather. Whoa, we better get out of the city.
All right, let's get some more music, Misa. NBA or MLB?
MLB.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Oof, that's a good one.
That's a
Messi,
hard one.
Messi is, he's, man.
Messi's the fucking shit, bro. They're both.
I mean,
the fucking
Ronaldo's
shit.
great too.
Right.
His story's too great as well. But Messi's just, I want to go see him play before he retires.
Right. And hopefully you don't see him like here playing in MLS too soon. Like hopefully he stays over in Europe a little bit
He's
longer.
making money. He's got a bunch of chicken in his
Yeah,
pocket.
dude, he's fine. Okay, so orange soda or grape soda?
I'm gonna go orange.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Orange soda's the shit, dude.
Where my Fanta girls at?
Would you rather go on a road trip or would you rather fly?
You know what? Like I was telling you, with my dad making that trip, I don't mind driving. We drove to Oklahoma, drove to Vegas.
Right. So you used to the
But if
life
I'm
on the road.
going, but if I'm going to Florida, we flying. Bro.
Right. Yeah, that's way too far, dude.
I was like, let me drive to Green Bay, and I look, 24 hours. Yeah, nah.
Fuck that, dude.
We're
Yeah, that's
flying.
far as hell. Okay, last round of the questions here. Would you rather shower with bar soap or gel soap?
Bar.
Bar. Dude, I'm a gel guy, dude. You put the gel on. What's that little
Wow.
fucking thing?
Yeah, but I've been.
loofah.
Yeah, but got turned on to that. What is it? The squash thing and that type of stuff. you know.
Right. Okay, so Marvel or DC?
Oof.
Think about this one, bro.
I can't. I'm still.
No, I'm just saying. Think about this one, or else this shit's not gonna get released.
Well, here's the thing. I love Marvel, right? I do. But but here's the kicker.
Bringing out the tats.
This is my last name in Kryptonian.
Hey.
So if you go to the comic books, you see that's Acosta. And then what was crazy at the bar, when working and wearing a tank top, there was some other dude walking. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Acosta?" And I was like, "What the? You're a
knew.
nerd just like me."
You recognize it from the tattoo?
Right.
Damn, that is fucking crazy.
All right.
Yeah, dude. Well, I was gonna ask you tattoos or no tattoos, but you
This
got
is a
some
magic marker.
tattoos.
Sorry, it's a magic marker. Sharpie.
Let's see that one. Let's see the.
But so
Look at that.
There you go.
So yeah.
All right, guys, that was our this or that segment with our boy Ace, photos by Ace, Mr. Andres Acosta, and
Government
yeah,
name
dude,
again, huh?
fucking. I had a great time doing this podcast today. I know we had some technical difficulties. It kind of sucked a little bit. Kind of like I was embarrassed in a way, but
No,
I
it's
think
all
we're
good.
good now.
I was embarrassed for Chris too.
Right.
It's all good. It's all good. You guys give me an opportunity to talk about the ANA All the Way Foundation. Didn't get into the Great Khalid Foundation, but they're doing some great stuff. Obviously, Iris with Miha Yes You Can. You know, it's a great opportunity. I don't really do these things a lot. You know, I appreciate the invite. I know you've been asking me for a while.
Dude, I remember when I
but-
first hit you up. This was already a while ago.
I was
but-
like, what? No, good. But
he told him no, like how he told me no that earlier about helping him and carrying his bags at the
said,
games.
no, sir.
He was like,
I
hey
mean,
man, you're cool and all, but no.
No, I really don't do these things that much, but this was great. It was fun. You guys are awesome. Now you guys got to come on my show.
Dude, I'm down.
Hey.
I've always been open to coming on other podcasts. I mean, we've been on.
You're not the first one to invite us, but we haven't been to one yet.
Yeah, but had the other ones offered you tacos?
Oh, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do the Taco
I'm just
Tuesdays
saying.
with Ace.
I haven't done one for a while, so I'll give you guys this opportunity. You guys can be my new release episode because I haven't done it since like January.
Just make sure you have
Let's
enough
do it,
tacos if you have tacos on there, because Chris likes.
Oh no, we will have tacos. It's Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco
with Ace.
Tuesday, bro. That's the point of the podcast.
I'm just saying to have enough because
I'll bring it.
Chris is
because
gonna be like,
because Chris is he's a little
Chris is
big,
gonna be
right?
like, yo, Misa, you gonna
No,
eat
no,
that?
no,
And then
no,
he'll
no,
eat it
no,
before
no.
I even start.
Chris will have enough tacos just like as much Dr. Pepper he provided me today.
Oh, your boy ain't getting a taco then.
I'm kidding.
All right, Misa, final thoughts on today's episode. real
Yeah,
fast.
man, this was fun, man. I really admire what you do. I just gotta say, I love the dedication and the ambition that you give to your job. That just lets me know that you love what you do, and because of that, I know you come out with good content and everything that you do. And I just want to wish you the best of luck. Hopefully one day you change your mind and you tell me yes when I ask if I could come over. And Chris, good stuff, man. I'm happy he finally said yes and that he's here. It's a good one. Joe, dude, it's good having you here. I'm glad you're off mic already. Oh, yeah, Blue, these beers were good, bro. I'm fucking sad that we ran out of Budweiser, but thank you. And everybody listening, guys.
Dr. Pepper's delicious.
Yes. Everybody listening, thank you guys so much. I'm fine. I know a few of you guys asked me if I was okay. You guys were worried, but I'm fine. And you guys, thank you so much. You guys make sure to be safe and stay fresh.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, Joe. Sorry we had to take your mic away, dude. This is 2 episodes in a row, so maybe that's something on your end that you need to work on. I don't know. I'm just saying, dude. I don't know if that's what it is.
Maybe you need to bring your own mic. I don't know.
Exactly.
Hey, Joe, don't worry. I got an extra one, man. You can use one of mine.
Right, there you go.
You see, man, this guy just help everybody, bro. He's part of the community. That's what he does.
Yeah, Joe, thank you for being here, and sorry again for the technical difficulties. You know that I like to have you part of the conversation. But with what happened, we had to improvise. But yeah, dude, and Ace, thanks again for showing up, man.
And keep doing what you guys are doing. This is great. It's fun. It's organic. It's real. It's not fake. It's not cheesy. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, it takes some guts to do it. To get up in the mic, to get in front of the camera.
It takes a few Bud Lights and Budweisers.
I mean, it will. You know, we have to upgrade your lighting, thing over here that folks can't see. But you know what? It's a great thing. Keep doing it, no matter how hard it might get, no matter what the technical difficulties, or whatever. Just keep trucking, guys.
Keep trucking.
Thanks, man.
trucking.
Chris is about to quit earlier because of all this, but I told him not to. But thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, I really do appreciate that, Ace. Those are some genuine words from you. I know you really do mean that. And so thank you for being here again, guys. Misa, Blue, Mr. Ace, and
you know, the Mister. I'm not that old.
I mean, you know, I like to respect my elders. You know what I mean? I grew up. My grandma would slap me right now if I didn't fucking. I know you call me
an elder, but it's all good, mijo.
You know what I mean? There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. That's a term of endearment right there. So yeah, dude, for sure. And like honestly, like whenever you want us on your podcast, like we'll be there for sure.
We'll do this. All right, we'll do this. I'm gonna make this announcement right here. We're gonna have you guys on the show. I'm gonna call Mateo's. We're gonna get some Mateo's tacos, and we're gonna get those blue drinks on there.
Dude, I'm down. Say less. Say less. Right. You know I'm there.
We'll bring the Dr. Peppers.
All right.
And we'll bring the Dr. Peppers. We'll
right.
bring like an extravagant amount.
So stay tuned on the next episode. We're gonna have these young folks here with some tacos, some blue drinks. They can have these other blue drinks too.
Yes, and some red ones, some red coats,
and some tacos.
Hell yeah, dude! Tacos. All that shit sounds like so much fun. And then also, I want to extend you an invitation. Whenever you want to come back on here, we can always do that. Misa, good episode again. Blue, thank you for coming through and making the beers stay cold. And Joe, you know, I love you, dude. Kind of didn't work out today.
I got a mic for you.
We're gonna get a mic for you. Don't worry about that. For everybody watching, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and Apple Podcasts. Leave a rating and a review. With all that being said, guys, we are out.
Sheesh. Bitch, I get you tapered like a new fresh haircut. Put it in ignition, now a nigga got his keys stuck. Zanny got amnesia, hoes down, G's up, bitch. Ooh, hit me back with